Hi everybody, this is Vinny and welcome to Complain Time. This is a show where we take a moment while the boss is out of the office to talk about things that really just quite frankly annoy us to death. Because you know what they say, when the cat's away, the mice will play. Or in this case, complain about stuff that just drives us all crazy. Now before we go any further, I want to give you guys an opportunity to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified so you never miss another episode of Complain Time, as well as other additional HVMA content. Now today's topic that I want to get into, something that really gets on my nerves, especially at this particular moment: stealing food out of the break room fridge. I had a perfectly good Nacho BellGrande from Taco Bell sitting in this fridge, and some little pissant thought it was a good idea to just take it and do God knows what with it. Now, I know they didn't throw it away because the trash can, as you can see, is completely empty. So I can only assume whoever did decided to eat it for themselves. Now, sorry about that. Give me a second here. I want to get situated. I am on a bit of a roll today, and now, sadly, I don't know who did it, because we don't have any cameras in here, but best believe I'm going to talk about installing some at the next weekly meeting. Because best believe I'm going to find out who did this. And when I do, one of two things is going to happen when I find out. Either they're going to Taco Bell and buying me a new Nacho BellGrande, or there's going to be some furniture moving in this office. Because best believe, when I tell you, nobody steals the Booch's food and walks away unscathed. No one. Now, unfortunately, this is a common office problem that occurs at many places of employment. And as I mentioned before, the hardest part is finding out who did it. So you end up getting even more pissed off than you normally would because you don't know who in the office you're supposed to be mad at. Therefore, you become paranoid and suspicious of everyone. And what really makes this a major workplace problem is not just the fact that your lunch is stolen. Not just the fact that you lost money if you bought your lunch. Or hell, even if you packed your lunch, you still had to buy it from somewhere to bring it to the store, didn't you? And it's not even just the fact that now you're hungry, because I'm starving right now, ladies and gentlemen. My stomach is growling, begging for food, and there's nothing in here that can fulfill its needs. What makes this a major problem is that you've been betrayed by some coworker who doesn't understand that the break room is sacred. This is an area of the office that everyone is supposed to respect. Because depending on where you work, the break room is the only safe space you have to get away from all the drama and stress from an average workday. This is definitely the case in the world of retail. Employees need a place to relax, eat their food, watch TV if there is one, or if there's not one, pop in your headphones and watch videos on your phone. Whatever it is you're doing, this is a place where you should feel safe and no one can with you. So when someone comes along, whether it's a coworker, a manager, a customer, anyone, and disrupts this peaceful area, this peaceful wonderland, this person is not respecting this hallowed ground and therefore needs to be dealt with. Now, personally, I think the best way to deal with someone like this is to just stomp them into the ground. But unfortunately, we're not allowed to do that, and I shouldn't be saying stuff like that. I even though this is complaint time and my boss is out of the office, I still can't condone that kind of behavior, obviously. So we must try alternative means of protecting the employee clubhouse, as I like to call it. The first is to talk to the manager and tell them you have a thief, or in this case, a traitor, in your midst. If that doesn't work, talk to security. or loss prevention for my retail brethren out there, and see if they can help you camera-wise figure out who it is. And as a bonus, see if they will approve you installing secret cameras in the break room so you can watch the scumbag on camera and then confront him or her however you wish. Now, I'm aware that there is one major exception to this rule. For example, if there is a note on the fridge that says food will be thrown out after a certain date, then obviously it is our responsibility to either eat, take home, or throw out whatever food we have in there before the deadline. But at the same time, the company must properly label that on the fridge and give the employees the heads up. But there is no excuse or justification for eating someone else's food that doesn't belong to you, whether there is a note on it or not. Because you shouldn't have to look for a note to know that if you didn't put something in the fridge, it doesn't belong to you. And if the store brings in food for you, someone in management will or should give you a heads up. And most likely, it will be sitting on a table in the break room. So there'll be no reason to take food out of the fridge. And to anyone who thinks I'm tripping for no reason, imagine if it was your food stolen out of the fridge. Would you still think it wasn't a big deal? Or would you end up like Crazy Steve?
Oh! You ate my enchilada! It was so dumb! You ate my enchilada! It was so dumb! You ate my enchilada!
And if you think that was bad, remember what happened to Ross Geller?
Put my sandwich in the fridge over here. And
You know what? I'm sorry. I believe I ate that.
you ate my sandwich?
It was a simple mistake. It could happen to anyone.
Oh, really? Did you confuse it with your own turkey sandwich with a moist maker?
No.
Do you perhaps remember seeing a note on top of it?
There may have been a joke or limerick of some kind.
That said, it was my sandwich.
Now calm down. Come look in my office. Some of it may still be in the trash.
What?
Well, it was quite large. I had to throw most of it away.
You threw my sandwich away. My sandwich! My sandwich!
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I rest my case. Well, anyway, I can see my boss is making his way up the stairs, so that'll conclude complaint time for today. So before you guys go, make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified so you never miss another episode of Complaint Time, as well as other additional HVMA content. Check back soon for a new video, and until then, stay social.